Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, Fortnite Chapter 2, Season 5. So we're going to be checking the new POIs that arrived in Chapter 2, Season 5. I am on the highest graphical settings possible, but I mean, look at this. This is Season 5. Not a lot of people talk about the season till this day, but it was an alright season. I felt like this was the downfall of Chapter 2. You had like 4 amazing seasons, and then you just kind of go into Season 5, which I think was a big downfall. It also was cool, like with the skin set like came with the season, and also the gold mechanic that we still have till this day. So I'm doing like a OG thing that everybody used to do in order to get up here. Now when you entered the 0 point, you did teleport. There it is. Oh, even my the screen, you can kind of see like the I'm not sure what to call that, but I'm just going to get into it. Oh wow, look at this. Wow, so even this map has like a 0 point mechanic, which is pretty cool. Oh wow, what is that, like a custom effect? I don't think that's like in the game, but that's pretty cool. But yeah, here is Colosso Coliseum. And I do remember this POI, and there was stuff, yes, in the middle. And let's see, can we edit this? Okay, we can. Just search this over here and get some, oh wow, 8,000 XP by just searching a chest. That is incredible. But here it is. This POI was nothing too crazy. It was a little bit, place kind of did suck for me in a way, because you were not able to build in places like these. So when you would kind of get stuck over here, you couldn't build a full box, because as you can see, and it didn't even break or anything, so you kind of were stuck over here if you were to get pushed. In this season, we did get the Star Wars collab with the Mandalorian, which was over here. But because we do not have that in UEFN yet, as of now, that Mandalorian stuff will not be in the map. And looking at the map, we did have the Butter Barn over here. We had Salty Towers. We had Hunter's Haven. With that POI up there, and I think that was it for the season. This map really does look modernized, and it's pretty cool to kind of see like what this map might look like in 2025. Alright, so here is Hunter's Haven. I really did not enjoy this POI at all, but this place did have a lot of openings, so you were in a kind of position to get shot from any angle because of the windows, the open walls, and stuff like that. But this place was alright. I really wouldn't consider this a POI. But I do remember the IO like coming up from this. Well, I wonder if you can. You can't break any of that, but yeah, this POI was nothing too crazy. The only time I really did land at this POI was for the NPC that was over here, that Soul. Oh my god, yeah, this person. So, no, I don't think it was somebody else, but they did sell an exotic that I actually really did like. So we're gonna move on from here, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Salty Towers. This was a way for Fortnite to bring back Tilted Towers, but in a remix version in Chapter 2, Season 5, and here it is. This was a POI that I really did not enjoy, because it was just too close together, and there was a lot of people that landed here, but it was a little bit awkward to land here, especially with the sand. But this place did look cool. I mean, it was really cool on how like they really made this POI with the sand. You know, going into the buildings and the water and just stuff being, you know, overtaken by sand. But I mean, this place was alright. Obviously it did bring back Tilted in many people's eyes, so a lot of people did like this POI. But like I said, I really wasn't a fan of this POI. Alright, so here I am at Stealthy Stronghold, one of the POIs that had the Predator. The Predator offered was his mythic that was really trash. But this POI was alright. It was weird, like being like within like a barrier over there, but I mean, this POI was alright. It did introduce kind of like a new biome in a way, in its own little area. But once again, this kind of was a collab POI for the Predator. You did have some like temple structures over here. It kind of reminds me of Chapter 3, but to search this chest, 8,000 XP, that is insane. But yeah, once again, this POI was nothing too crazy. I think Season 5 overall wasn't anything too crazy. There's really nothing that is bringing me back. Maybe but the Butter Barn. That was a big moment for like the season. Kind of introducing like a new like big character. But I mean, this season was just really for the collabs. Nothing in like the gold as well. But story-wise, there was a story event from the season that led into season 6. But I mean, this POI was alright. It really doesn't, like I said, nothing really sticks out to me. Coral Castle. I don't think I've ever checked out Coral Castle in a Chapter 2 video like this, but looks like they kind of have like a custom waterfall over here. Let's see. Nobody liked Coral Castle. I didn't either, because of the weird structures, and it was just too out in the open. And you'd always have to build up to get to like the higher grounds over here. Then you had the shark over here, which I don't think changed in season 5 as well. I don't think anybody landed here. Usually it was the bots or the trash people that landed over here, but I mean, this POI sucked, as you can tell. I mean, there's barely any structures. Let's see, chests. Another 8,000 XP by just opening a chest. That is incredible. So there really isn't anything other to check out in this map. We do have like these places over here with the Tomato Town, but that's nothing too crazy. We do have the Dusty thing, which I guess we can check out. Alright, so here is Butter Barn. There is the music as we enter it, and there is Man Cake, I think that's what they called them. Yes, and he did drop the exotic revolver. Man Cake, okay, there we go. And this is the weapon that he did drop. There's the music. So this place was pretty cool. I could have sworn there was an underground. Let's see, I know it was over here. Oh, so there was an underground. Look at this. Wow, okay, the music is really loud, but there was a container. Yep, there it is right here. Okay, so this is pretty cool over here. And we do have the Dusty building over there. This kind of brought back a lot of stuff for the 12,000 XP. But here is one of the Dusty containers. This was pretty cool, and then it kind of transformed to like a Primo version in Season 6, which we are waiting for. But let's see. Okay, that was nothing too crazy, but yet the bridge over there, I don't think the bridge was anything special. Alright, so here is the Tomato Town building in Chapter 2, Season 5, and I mean, this is pretty cool. This looks pretty cool over here. I mean, this is pretty cool. Look at all of this, the sand just, you know, overlapping everything. I think I did land here in Season 5. I don't know where, I mean, I really landed kind of anywhere, maybe like the Season 1 places. I never really landed in the middle because of the sand, because you were able to, I'm not sure if they have it, where you'd be able to go in the sand and just move around the map. This is taken just from Chapter 1. Nothing too crazy, but it was cool to see this on the Chapter 2 map, just like the other throwback places. But yeah, I mean, there this was.